So today I'm going to talk about Videogame Live games. Just doing a little tier list for the games and how I'd rank them for the ones I've played anyway. And if I haven't played specific versions of the games, even though they're the same game, but like whether they're like got better graphics and stuff, I might just put them in the same list. But yeah, let's just start off with the first game. Put that as like a B. There's nothing I'd say brilliant. It's not really a Dead or Alive game I always go back to or anything. It's not a bad start to the franchise though, but yeah, you can kind of get like what's the main focus for these games, which if you've played them, you know. But yeah, it's not a bad start. It's just a weird that some of the stages like it's mainly focused on like making people explode and go up in the air, and then the physics, you know what I mean. But yeah, it's not a bad start. It's a good start to the franchise, and then I guess there's two, which the one I've mainly played is Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate. I think I've played a bit of the original, but I guess I'll put this in like from this version I'd say it deserves to be S, yeah. And I don't know if that's basically the same game, so I don't know if I'd basically put it in the same place. Yeah, if I played it, but this is like the Ultimate version, so it's better quality. Yeah. Yeah, it's an awesome game. It's perfect. It's just that I kind of prefer a game over this, so it's probably going to go over. But, still a great sequel to the first game. Beyond better. Going past A into, flipping S status. Where I guess I'd say Dead or Alive was in its prime in these times. Yeah. And yeah, let's move on. So Dead or Alive 3. Like, this is my favourite. It's kind of what got me into the franchise back in the Xbox original days. Yeah. Like, perfect fighting game. One of my favourite fighting games of all time. It's just, and the best in the franchise in my opinion. Like, nothing will ever beat this. And I don't even know remaster or remake. Just this game is just perfect how it is. And I guess I'm just gonna re-release it, but just with 60 FPS. That's all I'd want them to do. I wouldn't want them to change anything. Apart from getting some of those outfits that was locked behind flipping demo discs. Like you had to have certain discs to be able to like get all the outfits. And then it also depends on your country too. So yeah, if you can get all that content for free too, yeah. Yeah, it's just the perfect Dead or Alive game, some of the best fighting game endings, it's just perfect. Perfect package. And after this I guess I'd go to 4. A tier. I mean, it's still a great sequel, but Dead or Alive 3 was just too perfect. They kind of focused more on like, the women and the jiggle physics and stuff. Especially when it's mainly focusing to their endings too. Because Dead or Alive 3 had some pretty good endings, pretty serious and stuff. Where, by the time you get to 4, they mainly focus on like the main attraction of the games into their endings. And even Tekken basically ended up doing the same thing too. It's just weird once you get into like the 7th generation. Yeah, they kind of focus more on like silly endings, but sometimes you do want silly endings, for fun. But come on, man, when most of the endings are just silly, like my god. It's still a solid game. Yeah, it was kind of like the first game to go to like the 7th gen, because the first one was like in the 5th gen, PS1 era, 6th gen for the 2nd and 3rd game. Yeah. Unless, I'm not sure if 2 was like first on Dreamcast, but yeah. Basically the PS2 era. And the 4th one went into like, going into PS3 era. Yeah. It's a solid game, I guess. Yeah, it's fun. Had like a online avatar kind of system too, which was cool, but yeah. Let's go to the 5th one? What's the 5th one? This is the ultimate version. I'm not sure which one's that last round version, but I'm just going to put it here anyway. So I don't love Dead or Alive 5. I mean, the combat, I guess you can say it's an upgrade, but I just loved how Dead or Alive 2 and 3 played. It was perfect. Where, it feels more like, I wouldn't say realistic, but I mean, I guess you could say that the game's more simpler. You can actually feel the hits when you're hitting people. But I just loved like the fast pacedness of 2 and 3, man. It was just the perfect type of gameplay. It was tons of fun. And for more like kind of realistic feeling, but you actually feel like you're proper hitting people. And by the time you get to 6, Yeah. I don't know how you hit people in those games. But yeah, it's a solid game. Tons of content if you're paying for it mostly. But if you get like the later versions, like Last Round, Ultimate, you should have to pay for too many outfits. Yeah. But if you're literally just talking about Dead or Alive 5, just the original version, that's a scam. I guess I'll just put it here anyway. But yeah, because you have to pay for so many outfits. This is the last round. I'm not sure if this is basically the complete version, so I'd put the complete version here. Because I don't know if like Ultimate's the second version of the game, and it's the last round. Like a lot of companies at this point were just like making up several versions of games, even though Street Fighter was doing that a long time ago. Right? They was always doing that. But then other companies started to do it too, like having several versions of one game, but just with more content, I guess. Yeah, to get more money out of people. Yeah. And Dimensions is one I've only played recently, but from what I've played, would I say it's better than at least 5? Because it basically goes through the story of all the games, but in a more cinematic way, and you can actually play for how it went, like in a canon way, canon to the story. So that kind of stuff, and then some of the other stuff they add in, being able to play as the bosses. Like I always wanted to play as Omega from Dead or Alive 3, the boss. Like I wish that was an unlockable character in the third game. That would have made it, have some extra points if they did something like that. And actually unlock some of those outfits instead of having to buy a demo disc, which I guess I didn't really get a chance to get since I used to get them back in the day. Yeah. But yeah, it's a solid game. Yeah. And you just basically play to unlock stuff, but it's just certain things where you literally are defeating the bosses, and trust me, they're so hard. I spent so long trying to defeat Omega in flipping Dimensions. I finally defeated him, and I thought I was going to unlock him, but the game basically counts where you constantly keep playing it until you unlock everything, instead of like you actually do something really hard and then you unlock it. Yeah, I guess that's one of the issues, but it's a solid game though. Yeah. It's like a mixture of the old type of gameplay with the new type of gameplay. I said they handle it well. Yeah. And then before I tried to make out what these are, I'm just gonna put 6 probably in C. I feel it's too low though. I feel like maybe here. I don't know. Oh, I mean this game is basically the death of the franchise, but just because they decided to go against their main trend of the games, with how they use females in their games, and they wanted to not have them over sexualized. Even MK11 did the same thing. Yeah, Mortal Kombat. Because MK9, oh my god, that's probably the most over sexualized game when it comes to fighting games. Jesus. Even makes Dead or Alive have a win for their money. Jesus. how far they went in MK9. Yeah. But as long as the game's fun, that's kind of what I mainly care about. Yeah. I kind of didn't play this game a lot, so I can't really say much about it. It's okay. But then, since this is the only version, you still have to pay for tons of the outfits, so that's a big issue. Yeah. I'm not sure if they release like another version that just has most of the outfits and you just pay for some. This is literally the only version, and it kind of pops the point in this game and it went cheap so fast. So this is the best of the worst game in the franchise. I can't remember. We see what this is, and I know there's like those beach volleyball kind of ones, the extreme ones which I've never played. They're just mainly kind of like the popper games. Yeah, I never played that series, so. Is this just the OA 2? I mean, I'm just gonna play like it's basically the OA 2, but like I don't know, like upgraded version. Just put it here, and I just don't know what the hell this is. Is it Dead or Alive 1? But I don't know if like some kind of special version. If it's the same game, I'm just gonna play like I don't know, just here. I don't know. Seems like it's still Dead or Alive 1, but yeah. Otherwise, I could just put me in D because I don't know what the hell they are. That's normally how I handle things, but. So yeah, basically, Dead or Alive 3 is my favourite Dead or Alive game. It's probably will never be beaten. It's one of my favourite fighting games of all time. Yeah. And Ultimate of 2, yeah, was pretty good. Yeah. Kind of gives like the Dead or Alive 3 gameplay in Dead or Alive 2 and just tons of content. Yeah, it's perfect. Then, you know, the rest, and then there's 4, solid game, Dimensions, great game, which I've only just played recently, and 5's, you know, a good game. I had some fun with it with the online. That's the one where I actually got to play a lot of the online because I didn't really get a chance with the others. I just mainly played it with like friends since, you know, most of the Dead or Alive franchise I just played, you know, with a friend from home or brother instead of like online. And 5 was probably like the one where I actually got to do that a lot, like play online a lot. Yeah, kind of missed out on 4 though, but yeah, since I got internet a bit late in the early 2010s. Yeah, but yeah, and then Dead or Alive 1 was just a starting point, so can't say much about that. And then 6, the franchise is basically dead at this point. It's probably not even a bad game, and that's why it's in B, but yeah. It just makes me wonder when, this franchise could make a comeback, because it's a fun franchise. And Virtua Fighter, that needs to make a comeback, too. I don't want to see Virtua Fighter make a comeback way before flipping Dead or Alive 6. Well, Dead or Alive, having like Dead or Alive 7 or something, whatever they're gonna do. Maybe release some of the old games like, 3 and 4. That'd be cool. And then announce a new game. I'd love to see something like that. Just playing Dead or Alive 3 in 60 FPS, and the content that should have been just in the game anyway, instead of like a demo disc. That'd be awesome. And I don't know if they would go as far as to let you play as a Mega, but that'd be so good. That'd be a huge way to promote the game, get to play as a Mega. Yeah. But yeah, a good franchise. It's just, it sucks what's happened to it recently. But yeah, this is just my ranking anyway of the games, from what I've played. Yeah, I haven't really played the extreme games. I'm just not sure if these are like this and this are just alternate versions of two. But yeah, but yeah, that's my ranking. Let me know how you'd rank the games and which one's your favourite Dead or Alive game. But yeah, appreciate you watching. You can leave a like. See you next one. Peace.